Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of my Two Satoshis. It is April 17th, 2019. Shout out to my man Alpha One for this bottle poppers. By Currency, man. Currency is such an underrated rapper, people. If you haven't checked his work out, make sure you do. He's got a new album out with Wiz Khalifa, collab album, and this is off that album, 2009. Thanks for that, Alpha One. Definitely a nice joint right there. What's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well today, and welcome to another episode. Today, we are going to be looking at two articles that, to me, kind of encompasses the polar opposite views of how cryptocurrency should be used. And the first article is actually about UK's largest business travel agency is now accepting Bitcoin. I thought this was pretty interesting. And, you know, for me, when I see these types of headlines, people, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You have to ask yourself, is this a move by these types of companies, these corporations, to actually embrace and promote the Bitcoin technology, cryptocurrencies in general, or is it a PR stunt? And I'm gonna have to go, for me, 9 times out of 10, I always think it's a PR stunt. I just don't think that they truly are looking to accept Bitcoin, because I'm gonna be honest, at this point, for a merchant, it's right on par or just a little bit more expensive to accept Bitcoin. And if you're gonna convert it to fiat immediately and all the fees that go along with that, it's actually just about on par or a little bit more expensive than Visa and MasterCard. So what's their real motives? We'll probably never know, but we'll take a look at this article. Now, on the flip side, on the other side of the spectrum, I've got an article about Afghanistan and Tunisia actually issuing sovereign bonds in Bitcoin. This is, I'm telling you guys, we just talked about this the other day. This is where Bitcoin is going to shine. This is where Bitcoin's value is going to this is how it's going to increase. And it could increase fast with this type of implementation of sovereign bonds, sovereign debts, and them backing it with Bitcoin. So I'm really excited about this article. I told you guys many times before, I see Bitcoin as an asset that is used to back other assets like what Abra is doing. So, you have to start to really remold your thinking about what Bitcoin is going to be used for in the future. It ain't going to be a cup of coffee. I'm trying to tell you guys. And this Lightning Network, they're trying to still force a square in a circle, in my opinion. But hey, we'll take a look at both of these articles, and I also got one more article for you. I'll sneak it in there once we get started here. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at this market cap. We are currently at $177 billion. Bitcoin's dominance is still up there at 52%. Let me click on this market cap link to see the chart. And we did actually take out that last high there. So this actually looks kind of promising. If I can draw a line like this, I know it's not straight, but you can see that we're making higher lows and slightly higher highs. We'll see what happens with that. So there's really nothing here to talk about. We're still in that range, though it does look like we're making higher lows, but not necessarily higher highs on this chart. You know where we got to get, people, above 5,300. If we could trade above 5,300 for a day or two, that'll be great. So let's go ahead and get into that first article that I said I would sneak in there really quickly. I'm not going to read it, but it is about Charlie Shrem and the Winklevoss twins. They have finally settled their lawsuit, their $26 million Bitcoin lawsuit that the Winklevoss twins had out against Charlie Shrem. They said he owes them 5,000 Bitcoin. It is what it is, but it looks like they have decided to settle out of court. So it looks like that is all cleared up. I'm so curious to know what the settlement was, but looks like they have settled. They do have 30 days to proceed to trial if they want to, if the settlement is not fully effectuated. So there you have it. I just wanted to drop that on you guys. I did cover this lawsuit many months ago, so just want to give you guys an update on that. But the first article for today is out of News BTC, and this is the one I'm most excited about for today, guys. Afghanistan and Tunisia are planning to issue sovereign bonds in Bitcoin to fund infrastructural developments, reported Asia Times from IMF's Springs Meeting Summit. The governor of the Central Bank of Afghanistan confirmed that they were looking to utilize cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology to raise around $5.8 billion. The governor said that they would pair Bitcoin with a form of metal futures, such as lithium. The move would make it easier for Afghanistan to expose its $3 trillion lithium sector to investors across the world. The metal's short supply against its booming demand in the electric vehicle industry would pose profitable opportunities for Afghanistan. Sadiq went on to explain the situation that led them to opt for Bitcoin over other fiat assets. It's a no-brainer to me. The governor blamed the post-war conflict scenario that raised Afghanistan's risk of debt. It prompted the IMF to expose the country to severe restrictions on non-concessional financing. In layman terms, developed countries were less likely to invest in Afghanistan owing to its risks limited to or beyond a geographical crisis, as well as the perceived lack of fiscal and debt discipline. Crypto solutions, Sadiq explained, could allow Afghanistan's economy to access global markets. They would use Hyperledger's blockchain technology financial system to issue their sovereign Bitcoin bonds. Goes on to talk about Bitcoin bonds being a hot topic at the IMF global meetings. Blockchain and crypto payment solutions were a hot topic at the World Bank and IMF spring meetings held in Washington, D.C. The event saw delegates from developing countries posing cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin as a potential solution to debt distress or high-risk debt levels. The discussions went on to question whether or not the current international financial architecture was able to prevent debt and economic crisis. Sadiq's pro-Bitcoin sentiments rippled through his Tunisian counterpart. The governor of Tunisia told the meeting delegates that their country was looking to launch a sovereign debt Bitcoin bond as well. The former World Bank official said that Bitcoin and blockchain offer central banks an efficient tool to curb money laundering, terrorist financing, simplify remittance, and drain gray economies. Uzbekistan's ambassador to the United States also revealed that they had dispatched a study group to the IMF World Bank to study Bitcoin and blockchain. The delegate confirmed that they too were planning to issue sovereign Bitcoin bonds in their cotton futures market. Uzbekistan is the 5th largest cotton producer in the world. Let me just stop here, guys, because this is like most other channels probably won't cover this, but this is where you're going to see Bitcoin at 100,000, 200,000. This is why these types of initiatives by sovereign countries. But you want to get ahead of this. You want to start buying Bitcoin and accumulating and continually accumulating Bitcoin right now before those bonds hit the market. Article goes on to say here that the delegates' positive take on Bitcoin indicated the cryptocurrency's vital prospects. A crypto-enabled bond escalates the industry into the world of mainstream finance. It further allows larger institutions to store value using Bitcoin, thereby making it possible for others to use it as a payment method. There you have it, people. Let me tell you guys, this is the biggest news story that I've covered probably in 12 months or more in cryptocurrencies. Again, it's these small things that you need to look at, and I'm highlighting for you to recognize, hey, this Bitcoin thing is getting ready to explode big time. And this is why. Not because you're trying to force people to pay Bitcoin for their coffee. No, that's not what's going to happen here. The infrastructure is just not even there for that. It's too slow. It's too expensive. But this here, people, this is what's going to do it. So I'm very excited about this. And you guys let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Second article is out of Bitcoinist, and it's about UK's biggest business travel agency now accepting Bitcoin. It says here, UK's biggest travel management company is now accepting Bitcoin for payments after increasing demand from clients. The move also hints that its retail travel giant parent company Flight Centre Group could soon accept Bitcoin company-wide. So it says here, Corporate Traveller is the UK's largest travel management company dedicated to partnering with small to medium travel spend requirements. Now it will be accepting Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash payments for its services via third-party payment processor BitPay. And there's a screenshot of their home screen with a hero image of the Bitcoin promo. Goes on to say here, Corporate Traveller UK General Manager said that we identify an increase in demand from our clients for the option to pay in Bitcoin for business travel bookings made by our travel consultants. We choose BitPay to manage our merchant processing because they make it easy and handle the entire process of getting the Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash from the customer and depositing cash into our account, he said. By using BitPay, corporate traveler won't be subject to Bitcoin price volatility. The trade-off, however, is that they won't benefit from Bitcoin's network speed of 10 to 30 minutes, since BitPay's settlement into pound will take about 2 days to process. And this 10 to 30 minutes right now. But if we get the type of activity we saw back in 2017, it'll take hours or even longer. I've seen, payments back then, transactions hang for days. Ultimately, though, it says accepting Bitcoin seems more like a PR move. That's exactly what I said. Bitcoin is merely just another payment option for the company who still receives fiat into their bank account without ever handling Bitcoin. The manager goes on to say here that blockchain technology is growing exponentially, and we are excited to be able to offer our clients the ability to pay in Bitcoin whilst having the reassurance of a settlement from BitPay being in pound sterling. So Flight Central Group might be next. That is Corporate Traveler's parent company. It says that Corporate Traveler operates offices in 20 locations across the UK. At the same time, its parent company, Flight Central Group, is the largest retail traveler service provider in Australia. The Brisbane-based retail travel outlet is listed on the Australian Stock Exchange and has around 2,800 retail locations globally. Besides Australia and the UK, it has presence in New Zealand, United States, Canada, South Africa, Hong Kong, India, China, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, and Mexico. Corporate Traveler, therefore, is testing the waters for possibly a company-wide adoption of Bitcoin. So there you have it, guys. Again, as the article even pointed out, I think this was a PR stunt. I covered last year that Expedia actually quietly dropped Bitcoin as a payment option. But, hey, I guess any PR is good PR. And so we'll see how that pans out for them. But again, what I'm most excited about is the Afghanistan bond being backed by Bitcoin. This is huge, people. This is way bigger than an ETF. So I hope you guys recognize that. And let me know your comments about both of these articles in the section below. That's pretty much it, though, for today, ladies and gents. Again, shout out to my man Alpha One for that currency joint. Bottle poppers. Loving it. Loving it. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. That's how you support me. Make sure you click that bell if you do subscribe and you're a new viewer. And that's my 2 Satoshis for today, people. April 17th, 2019. I'm out of here. Holla!